and welcome to another exciting episode of Way of the Brush with me, your host, Kris, aka the Name Butcher, aka Hey You Get Off My Lawn, aka Kris, you're being creepy again. Way of the Brush, the most informative 120 minutes on the internet on the wargaming lifestyle. We'll talk about painting, terrain, conversions, and just about everything under the sun. First time viewers, we do a lot of painting talk as well as a lot of what's under the sun, meaning no topics are barred. We'll talk about anything and everything. So, be warned. Of course, if you want to keep the conversation on the wargaming painting side of things, feel free to ask your questions in the chat, whichever direction it might be in for you. If you're watching this after the fact, you can submit your questions to Kris at wayofthebrush.com. It's in the description below, as well as a link to wayofthebrush.com. Central hub of all this silliness has links to all the social medias as well as Discord. Join us on Discord. It's a lot of fun. We keep the conversation rolling there, so feel free to join us on the Discord. All down below. And of course, at wayofthebrush.com, you'll find a link for t-shirts. Want to get yourself a t-shirt? Look like a connoisseur of all that is good and holy in this world. They're wearing a Way of the Brush t-shirt. And if you purchase yourself a shirt, send a picture of yourself in your shirt, and I will add it to the Monkey Shrine, which is also at wayofthebrush.com. And because it's nice to put a name to the face and a face to the name. So feel free. Please. Also at wayofthebrush.com is a link for Patreon. Huge thank you to all my patrons. Without your support, this channel would not be able to continue to do what it is that I do, which is loosely educate, inform, entertain, and blah, 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 right? So, huge thank you to everybody who does that. And of course, big thank you to Carl Guymere for Beer and Blood Bowl. It's his YouTube channel. Check it out. We always take time to thank Carl, even though he is no longer with us, for taking time out of his busy day to create the email jingles to play before the email segments of the show. And so always, much love to Carl. And of course, speaking of love, much love to my baby brother Evan for creating the intro, outro music that plays at the beginning and end of the show. And so always, much love to my baby brother Evan. And if you're into rare comics, rare, like not medium, not well done, rare. Check it out, EB Comics. In the description below. He might, if you're into comics, you know, and you're missing that one issue, he might have that comic. It's rare. He deals in rare. He's walking around in that trench coat, and he's like, you need a comic? I got your comic. So, yeah, feel free. Please, feel free. Oh, man. Where are we at here? Ghost of Tyranid Deluxe, the Monkey Lord returns. Praise the heavens. Yes, it's been a while since I have done any of this streaming business, and so, yeah. It's been a while. Feels like it's been a long while. I think the last one was the beginning of the month. And so we're bookending the month. Beginning of the month, we did an episode. End of the month, we're doing another episode. So fortunate for you, you're all here and, joining in. And yeah, of course, been having some fun. October, kind of busy month in Canada anyway. We went away up north. Visit family and such, and so that's why it's just been busy. And then of course I didn't do a show last Saturday because I wasn't available. I was up really late, and it just wasn't happening. I'm sorry, it just wasn't happening. So yeah, why was I up really late? Well, last weekend I watched Dune. And yeah, I'm sure many of you who have not seen it, have no interest to see it, are probably pretty tired of people hyping it up, talking all sorts about it, But I honestly can't see that because, well, there's so many of us, especially in the sci-fi wargaming community, that are very familiar with Dune. Especially with 40K players, a whole bunch of us, it's going to, a lot of the themes in Dune are going to seem familiar. If you've never, really done it. If you are a longtime fan of Dune, well then, you were already really looking forward to this. And there's only one little thing. Okay. Yeah. Go Starman. Oh shit. No spoilers. Okay. So yes. Oh, and Nathaniel. Greetings, Kris and fellow monkey eyes. Hope you're all well. Yes, thank you. And Scott Radham. Hey, man. I think I already read that one, didn't I? Anyway. Dune. Spoiler. This is the only spoiler I'll do. Okay? And this occurs in the first minute of basically the title crawl. And this is the only disappointment in the film. Other than that, the film is fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've been looking forward to it for so long. And, I mean, I avoided a lot of the, like the featurettes, all sorts of different trailers, stuff like that. You know, I pretty much just watched the one big main trailer, and that was good enough for me. I was already sold. I was already sold long before that when I knew who the director was, and that was the big selling point for me because I'm a fan of the directors because the director has just got a great visual style and, you know, not that everything he does is just fantastic, but he does have a certain vision. And I can appreciate that. So anyway, the one disappointment I have, it's in the very beginning, and all it is when the title says Dune, and then underneath it, it says Part 1. That was my only disappointment. Because right from the start, I knew we weren't going to get the entirety of the story. And even a 2.5 hour film, I think it's about 2.5 hours, still doesn't seem like enough. You know? And the old David Lynch one, right? It condenses that whole thing and, you know, it just flies by. It tries to cram as much information into that movie and it just feels very convoluted. Whereas Denis' vision feels a little bit more distilled and he's going after the soul of the story. Okay? So, but that's it. That was my only disappointment. When I saw that, I was like, oh, fuck. It's gonna. I know it's gonna just gonna end. It's kind of like Lord of the Rings Fellowship, right? It's kind of like that. It's like how that one ends, and you're like, oh, you know, and you're like, oh. Whereas, like in The Hobbit, the first Hobbit installment, it just felt abrupt, right? It just felt like, you know. Lord of the Rings, at least Fellowship, it kind of ends at a nice, you know, like if you were watching a TV show, it was kind of like the commercial break point, right? And yeah. Whereas this one too, it ends not so much like the feeling of disappointment other than you want to continue the journey. And so, yeah, that's all. But yeah, that's my only disappointment. That's my only negative critique, I think. Now, I've only watched it once. I probably will watch it again. I wanted to see it in IMAX, and unfortunately the IMAX that's in my area is moving, so, you know, it was closed down. And I really wanted to experience it because Belleau, you know, in his interviews and such was, and he was talking about like other films as well. Oh, it was because basically went back like months ago, during this whole pandemic, right? They were going to just release it on streaming. It was just going to be streaming. And Denis fought that decision that it was going to be, you know, just, you know, streaming. He wanted it to have a theatrical release because he intended it to be viewed in the theater. And so the theater I went to, I think I posted something on Twitter, I think. Basically, there's a theater near me that does laser projection, and and when you search up IMAX in my area, it's a theater that shows up as IMAX. Now it's not IMAX, but damn, this theater was very comfortable. The recliners, it has recliners, automatic, like the little, you know, push button reclining. The recliners go like way back, like you pretty much lay down and watch this movie. And my son and I, it was just my son and I that went to go see this. We were laughing because like people in the very front row, I was like, who the hell's gonna want, who that deliberately wants to sit up there? And of course, the theater filled up that night, and sure enough, there was people in the front row. I was like, ha, suckers! But then I realized that the seats go all the way back. Not a problem, you know what I mean? Like it's just not a problem. Just you lay right back and you can watch the movie and everything like that. And you know, I thoroughly enjoyed the film. My only negative critique is that it says Dune Part 1. You know, it's like, for Fuck's sakes, the bastards. They're gonna get me in this theater again, and I'm gonna have to watch this again. But yeah, it's a laser projection, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's basically, it was like watching it on a giant LCD screen, and the sound, holy shit, the sound, the music, it just pounds in your chest. There were some scenes where there's sound effects, like there's such a low resonance that I could feel the sound in my legs. That's how intense the sound was. And it actually, there was one part that made me jump. I'm not really one for jumping at, movie scenes and horror films and stuff like that. I'm usually not one for that. But holy man, there was one scene in the movie that just, and because of the sound in the theater, man, holy shit, it made me jump. And yeah, it had that whole, was it Dolby Atmosphere or whatever? Dolby Atmo, I think is what it's called. And yeah. But I thoroughly enjoyed Dune. I'm already sold. I was already sold on it. I'm a fan of Dune. I was already sold on this movie, and I hope that Denis wants to see it forward. Now, rumor is that he wants to tell the next book, Messiah. He wants to tell that story because it really does link to the first book, and yeah, so yeah, it'd be interesting. I hope, but I mean, we're probably like 10 years into this movie experience because I can't really see. I don't think anything was shot for the second installment, and who knows, right? But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a good flick. If you're a fan of just good sci-fi, it does not disappoint. And yeah, even people who are just familiar with just like the the book, I think would be thoroughly happy with this experience. Yeah, I enjoyed it though. Back to the comments. Ebb and Flow, sup everybody, sup. Fire Drake, sup EB, sup. Nathaniel, moving IMAX, they found a new niche to show movies. Moving IMAX. Well, I mean, like, I don't know, like, in your area, like if IMAX is a thing, but yeah, because what made me really want to see Dune in IMAX was because when I saw Dunkirk in the theater, and the theater was, a nice big theater, it had a really good screen, it had really great sound, and that one was, amazing as well in the theater, but I was like, damn, because Nolan is a big proponent of shooting in IMAX, and I'm pretty sure Dune was shot for IMAX. And yeah, I told myself that if there was ever a movie coming out that I even remotely thought that it would be better in the IMAX experience, especially if the director's saying they intended it to be IMAX, it was shot on IMAX, you know what I mean? Like, that I would go watch it in IMAX. And I knew Dune was coming, and so yeah, if you have the opportunity to go see an IMAX, or anybody who can deliver the film in a similar format as IMAX, I highly recommend it. It is, if you're already familiar with the director's work, then it's not a lot of surprises in that regard. It's vast visual landscapes, atmosphere, and yeah, it's just a really good film. Yeah, now I realize that yes, a lot of people who have been critiquing it and talking about it have been really kind of building it up. I'm not going to say it lives up to the hype, but in my mind, for the amount of hype that I allowed to trickle in, it didn't disappoint. I thoroughly enjoyed the film. Thoroughly. And again, I only have one negative critique, and that was just bang in the beginning, part 1. I was like, fuck. And I looked at my son and I was like, fuck. And he was like, fuck. Fire Drink 18, I missed the whispering, the spice. The spice is in everything, yeah. Nathaniel, the spice must flow. It must. James and Kent, afternoon. Chris, afternoon, everyone. Afternoon. Ghost of Starman Deluxe. Would love to see it in IMAX, but probably have to go to a regular cinema. Yeah, I mean, like, go see it in the cinema. Don't stream it. It is going to cost a little bit more, but you're paying for the experience, right? I mean, like, streaming it, fantastic. Especially if you got a nice home theater situation going on, fantastic. If you're watching it just on like your laptop's screen, you're really denying yourself an experience. And yeah, it's an experience, and really, that's what going to the theater is about. It's about the experience. It's about, the love of cinema. And Dune is just good cinema. It's good. I enjoyed it. I mean, I could probably go on and on and on and on, but I won't. And I said I wouldn't do any spoilers. I'm trying really hard. Fire Drake 18, Part 2, 2023. The director said he wanted to do Part 3 in a series. Yeah. Make a trilogy. I'm sure Warner Brothers, wants it as a trilogy. And I mean, as a trilogy, telling that entire story, yeah, I'm on board. I'm on board with that. Because it's pretty dense, right? The source material is pretty dense. And, but yeah, the rumors are that, yeah, he wants to do Messiah. And that'd be cool. And that would be a really good, because I mean, like, if everybody out there who's familiar with Dune knows what the trajectory is, then yeah, you got to tell the whole story. And, it's, yeah. James Kent saw Dune this week. That sound. Yeah. The sound. I mean, the sound design, the music, Hans Zimmer. I mean, Hans Zimmer, every movie that Hans Zimmer scores, yeah, like you kind of have to just tune in just for that. And I even have the soundtrack on Spotify. I listen to it, and it's you don't want to say it's original, but it definitely is interesting. And yeah, and in the theater, it's just like you just feel it. Bar one, what up, Kris and Monkeys? Hope all is well with y'all. I hope so with you, Bar one. Yeah, we're just talking, just getting things rolling. We're gonna try and keep things in the normal time frame today. Not gonna sit here and blah blah on about nothing. Of course, G Dubs. Let's go back to the wargaming thing. G Dubs did some reveal today. Completely missed it. I mean, if they're not talking Eldar, I tune out. I mean, the models they showed, fantastic. Everything looks great, but if it's not Eldar, I'm not interested. Scott Radham, I'd like to see someone's opinion on the movie who had no familiarity with Dune. I really liked it, but Dune is my favorite novel. I think there were a couple of shortcuts he took early on. Yes. I would concur with that. But again, like I said, it is such a dense story that, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like Fellowship of the Ring, right? For anybody who's read Lord of the Rings, there's a big chunk of the book that's not in the movie. And it's not even referenced. It's not even referred to. It's not even mentioned. It's non-existent in any of the films. And it's in the first book, or in the first part of the book. And, yeah. Tom Bombadil is what I'm talking about. For anybody who knows. But, yeah. Anyway. Enforcer, what's poppin' monkey? Poppin' monkeys? What's poppin'? Just started setting up a new 3D printer. Totally not going to make any GW related models from it. No, I believe you. I believe you. I totally believe you, man. You're totally not going to make shoulder pads and guns and yeah. Old Man Logan, Kris, at long last, the official Way of the Brush Day is back. Happy Saturday, monkeys. Yeah, no, it feels like it's quite a break, right? That's okay, though. It's like any good relationship. You need a little bit of time apart to really appreciate the time together, right? So, any good relationship, there's time apart, because that makes the togetherness all the more meaningful. I know, what a crock of shit, right? Dr. Xantos, hello, monkeys and monkey lord. Hello, Dr. Xantos. Ghost of Starman Deluxe. Been getting into 3D printing as well, using other people's printers, though, LOL. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a 3D printer. The more I want to get into 3D printing, the more I know my interest will shift if I get into 3D printing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it'll occupy a good deal of my time, and then I'll be designing things, downloading things, printing things, mastering it, right? Tinkering away with it, probably making videos from it, right? And so then, just become another 3D printing channel kind of thing. And I don't really feel like doing that. Dr. Santos, my green tea is Mechanicus Standard Grey flavor today. How about yours? Earl Grey. Earl Grey, always. But I'm drinking coffee. Black. Like I like mine. Anyway. Fire Trick 18. I understood what was happening in the new better than the original. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, because, like, in the David Lynch one, there's so much exposition in it. And that pulls you out of moments. And it doesn't really allow actors and scenes to kind of just play out and breathe. And Denis' iteration of Dune, there is like next to none of that. And good storytelling visually, like movies, good storytelling in movies is show, don't tell, right? And that's good visual storytelling, as if you can, by the talent you have and what's going on within scenes and allowing scenes to play out, that is good visual storytelling. Because movies are not books, and books are not movies, right? And so, yeah. But anyway, yeah. But I get it. Fardrick. We've got a really good cinema near me, and so it's pretty cheap. Gonna try a seat there. Yeah, I highly recommend it, man. I highly recommend it. If you got any friends to go with you, family, friends, whoever, whatever, or just go by yourself. Just go by yourself and sit and enjoy it. And that way you don't have to try and carry on a conversation. Or if you have friends who aren't that familiar with the material, they're not asking 50 million questions. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I go with my son because he's pretty familiar with this stuff as well. And, he knows to ask questions at the end. It's kind of like school. He doesn't ask dad too many questions during the thing. When we watch movies in my house, we don't do a lot of talking. We save all our talking for the end. We absorb the material, process, and then reflect, right? So, yeah. I think, in my opinion, that's the proper way to go about these things. It's just like books. It's like whatever, right? TV shows, whatever. Don't talk during it, because then you might miss something, right? Ben Ellis. Shit, I'm late. Fire Drake. I want the Dark Tower series by this director, maybe produced with Apple. Apple is throwing a lot of money in the productions. Oh, man. I wholeheartedly agree with that. I've been watching Foundation. It's fantastic. It was about 3 episodes in before I realized, like, what all our character and stories were and who the players are. But yeah, Foundation's fantastic. I've been watching C, the Momoa one. Momoa. Anyway, yeah, I've been watching that one. I've been enjoying that. I really enjoy that world that they've built in that. A lot of thought went into that one. And then of course there's a new one, Invasion. That looks interesting with what's his name? Sam Neill. Yeah, Sam Neill. That looks interesting. I'll check that one out. Then there's Tom Hanks World War II one. Apparently it's not too bad. Check that one out. Of course, Ted Lasso. Everybody's been talking about that one, so I'll probably have to just check that one and give that one a couple episodes just to see what the freaking hype's all about, right? Because apparently it won a bunch of awards or something like that. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the award stuff, so I don't really give a shit. I've seen movies where they've won awards and it's like, this won an award? This person won an award for this performance? Like, I was like, meh. Fire Drake. Got a home theater. I'm not going to go and get the COVIDs out there. True. We all wear masks. Everybody wear masks around here. It's hand sanitizer all over the place. Everybody's just bathing in this shit nowadays. And yeah. And also in the theater, we are also socially distanced as well. So yeah, it's like a seat or two break between people. So they don't go to capacity because they have to allow for that social distancing. But that's fine. I don't want. I've been to theater many times where I've been flanked by people on both sides, and I'm just kind of like this the entire time. And it's like a subway. I'm not really that excited to be that close to people. I just, my sense of smell, I can smell other things, and the sense of smell on some people, it right offends me. I'm offended just by their presence. I'm offended. So, I know, what a stupid thing, but everybody's out there like, really, Kris? Offended, really? That's a pretty strong word to use there. But yes, I'm offended. Hail boop. Heyo. Goes to Starman. Oh, and I don't know shit about Dune, so people looking for total newbies thought I should have some soon. Yeah, go see it. It's just a good movie. And Belleau knows how to tell a visual story. You don't have to be familiar with it. Now, if you're familiar with Warhammer 40,000, a lot of these ideas and a lot of the things, you're going to see similarities there. And don't be surprised by that. That's all. Scott Radum. Ring a dong dill for Tom Bombadil. Tom Bombadil fucking stinks, bro. Right. But do you remember when the first Fellowship came out? When it first came out, a lot of the people were like, "Where's the Tom Bombadil?" I mean, like, it wasn't really that important to the story, and you know what I mean. Like, it really played. I can't remember, because they get the donkey, right? And that's probably the only, I think, reference that you could find in that movie that links back to that character. Is, I'm pretty sure it was that word pony, right? Yeah, but anyway, or was he a donkey? I can't remember. Anyway, Enforcer. It's like any good relationship. Kris fucked around with other days and then came back to Saturdays because he knew it was the best. I don't know about that, but Fire Drake. I would totally make GW model shoulder pads armor. I understand. Wink, wink. Disco. Depending on the version of the 80s Doom by Lynch, the intros featured a comic style background versus the princess setting the scene. Yeah, like the director's extended cut or whatever, some shit. I have Dune on Blu-ray. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it gives you both the theatrical and the extended, and it gives you the standard edition and the widescreen. I always watch widescreen because that's the way the movies are shot, right? That's why composition is so important in the visual medium. Composition, right? And anybody who's been, listening to me in the last little bit, I really, really want Warhammer Art to put out the print of the original Rogue Trader cover art, with the one with the Crimson Fist and their big pile. That original composition, it's more like the pile of Marines is over here. But I can't remember what that composition is called. There's a classic piece of art that I think that piece is emulating. But anyway, the piece runs this way, right? And it's not centralized with the Marines in the center. It's actually, the Marines are off to the side, and you can see, like, in the distance, battlefield and explosions, and you can see the silhouettes of Orky dreadnoughts and stuff like that. The classic Orc dreadnoughts. Anyway, I want them to get that version of the art print, because I would totally buy that immediately. Hands down, no questions. Not that I would pay any amount, just I want them to do that. Because in movies, that's the same thing. I don't like when they've chopped it off and everything like that. Now, if it's part of the story, then that's okay. But, yeah, widescreen. Always. Always. Broker. You just almost cited the black coffee line from Airplane. I love Airplane. Man, I grew up on all those Zemeckis films. No, Zemeckis? No. Shit. Is it Zemeckis? Anyway, yeah. Airplanes? Yeah. I love those. I love those. Naked Gun. Fucking love Naked Gun. Just so great. Disco. I think the comic background was dropped as it was too much dense material for a general audience. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that was kind of before, like, you know, we were accustomed to multiple sittings to a story. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, getting part 1 and 2 is not that big a deal. Whereas back in the 80s, getting part 1, part 2, part 3, you know what I mean? Like, that was, you know, Star Wars did it, but it did it, and it wasn't like each movie was a complete story. So it's not like, you know, you were left hanging, or, you know, I don't know. It's a different thing, right? But yeah. Aaron Seach, there he is. Howdy, Kris and Monkey Brethren. Excuse me, I'm burping now. Happy Saturday, Pirate Ogres, Noblar, and Pegleg with Monkey holding a dagger and with his tail. My wallet is weeping. Yeah, but that little set's only going to be like, what, $40? So, because all those Underworlds sets, they're all very affordable. I'm surprised, like, really not more and more people really get into these short format games like Underworlds, and, you know, yeah. I mean, I'm sure that's what they're building Kill Team to be like, but yeah. I like it. It's, you know, good. They're good entry. You're good point of entries. James of Kent. Don't talk during films and get off your damn phone, or is that just in my house? No, I give my old lady she's bad for that. She's bad. Really bad. It's like, get off your fucking phone. It's like, God damn it, man. Just pay attention to the damn film. Like, I don't know how hard that is. Ben Ellis. Only thing I've had to do with the 3D printing was a Warlord head, and I've uploaded it for people, but the printers are almost there, but still can't do the detail for a decent price, I think. Right. Well, I'll have to take your word for it, because I don't do any 3D printing, so you know. I mean, I'm familiar with it, and, you know, when Mini Wargaming first got 3D printing, I got that all set up and, you know, did it, testing, and started doing prints and stuff like that. And so, yeah, it's not hard. It's just, you know, there is tinkering involved. It's babysitting. I don't like babysitting things. You know what I mean? Especially when things have a long print time. Like, there was one thing I was printing. It had, I think, a 10, 12-hour print, and it fucked up somewhere in the print, and it continued to run that entire cycle, but it was all just spaghetti everywhere. And it's like, oh, for the love of God. Yeah, it's annoying. Dark Commission. Hi, Chris Monkeys. Hi, Dark Commission. Fire Dragon. Hello, Dark. Oh. Nathaniel, episode 361. Don't sneeze near me. I'm easily offended. Well, don't sneeze near me, because, you know, I don't want to get the COVID. As soon as anybody coughs, sneezes, whatever, it's like, ooh, you know, get away from me. Fire Dragon. Your existence offends me. Please go away now. I don't know what existence, but yeah, like, and it's worse in the spring and the fall because it's so wet. There's so much rain, and so many people, you know, moving about. Like, I've been on subways and buses and stuff like that in those conditions. Oh, even in like winter in humidity and during high humidity. And oh my God, and you just get that wet dog smell all over the place. Oh my God, I freaking hate that. If I could have worn a mask then, well, I could have, but if you didn't look like a goddamn freak show, yeah, I would have easily worn a mask then, just to block out those smells, because, man, yeah, I don't like smelling people. People suck. Sid Tyler. I'm offended by your presence, LOL. Yeah, bar one, triggered by smell. Yeah, not that I have a very sensitive sense of smell, because I am a smoker, and that dulls your sense of smell. But whenever I've quit, and then the sense of smell comes back, oh yeah, I can smell everything. And, like fall, I don't like fall. Like right now, like it's been pouring rain for days. And fall, to me, it smells like wet feet. Or stinky feet. All the time, because all the decaying leaves and everything like that. I don't care for that. I don't care for that smelly foot smell. No. I'm getting sick just thinking about it. I'm going to throw up on stream here. Nathaniel, Way of the Brush, episode 361. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Start doing the Spice Girls dance. Kim, a bit late, but I'm here. Welcome. Ghost Starman Deluxe. Airplane was a weird experience to watch. I think I was about 12. It was definitely the raunchiest thing I had ever seen at the time. Yeah, when you're 12, yeah. I mean, a lot of the jokes are just going to fly right over your head, but yeah. And plus, too, I mean, like, it was made, it's a product of its time, right? There's so many things that occur in that have been gone for 30 years, right? So, yeah. But there's some jokes in it that are just classic. You know, like, the mother from Leave It to Beaver, she speaks jive. That part always cracks me up. I speak a little jive. Fire Drake. I want more 80s movies. Okay. Like what? Commando? They need to redo Commando. But not Going Commando. Just, you know. Dark Mission. I remember seeing Naked Gun at the cinema and my face muscles being painfully cramped after the first 20 minutes from nonstop laughing. Yeah. I didn't see it in the theaters. Oh, wait. No, I saw the second or the third. I saw the second or third in the theater. What was the one with Anna Nicole? Was that the third? Yeah, I saw that one in the theater. Enforcer. I mean, I got one of those fancy resin printers, so I'm about to go full Breaking Bad with models. What does that mean? They're going to be clear blue? I don't know what that means. How can you go Breaking Bad with resin printers? Because to go Breaking Bad, at least to my way of thinking, going Breaking Bad would mean that you are taking a bunch of ingredients, putting them together, and making something that is better than what's already out there. That would, to me, to my line of thinking, that's what Breaking Bad is. The world kind of shot this guy out, and instead he decided, you know what, fuck y'all, I'm going to do it my way, and I'm going to make something better. To me, that's what Breaking Bad, going full Breaking Bad on something, that's what that means. For me, anyway. Ghost of Starman. One of the people who makes files for Star Wars 3D prints sells files for Legion scale AT-ETE. Want. Yeah. An AT-AT? AT-TE. Is that the Clone Wars one? Is that little four-legged guy with the big beetle bug body? I'd want an AT-AT in that scale. That'd be freaking cool. I wish Bandai does an AT-AT, but it's in 1/44 scale. That's kind of meh, you know. I already have the AT-ST, and it's 1/48 scale. I have the Snow Speeder, it's 1/48 scale, and I would love an AT-AT in that scale. Yeah, that'd be great. It'd be a big kit though, but yeah, that'd be awesome. Bandai. Nathaniel, 3D printing has come a long way. Resin printers are such a blessing. Are they? Sid Tyler, my mom does that. Keeps asking questions the whole time. Guess she isn't paying attention. Right, exactly, right? Why? Because she's distracted with other crap. Now, oftentimes in households, one of the family members is often, you know, do you need a drink? Oh, you need a snack? You want me to go get this? Oh, somebody's at the door. You know what I mean? And so, you know, I realize that, you know, a little bit of slack, but yeah. Then of course too, like whenever I'm like it's late at night, we're watching TV shows, and the wife is intaking herbal medicines. Yeah, she's useless after a while. It's like I don't even know why you're trying to watch this show, and she's like, no, so we'll do another episode. And I'm like, you're not even paying attention. You're sleeping. You're asleep at the wheel here. Like, just go to bed. Oh man. Evan Belleau, Zucker Brothers. Yes, there we go. Aaron Seach, have you been in a Turkish prison? Billy, do you like movies about gladiators? Have you ever seen two grown men wrestle? Just totally inappropriate thing to be asking a little kid. Jesus. Do you like movies about gladiators? Enforcer, just finishing setting up the UV light box and crap, the light shone in my eyes. I think I've gone blind. Oh no, I'm blind. Ghost of Starman, there were literal bear tits in One Shot from Airplane. At that point, I barely even knew what tits were. Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah. Yeah, because, well, I don't think they're bear tits, though. But there's one scene where it's like, and it's shaking, and it's rolling, and, you can see it. It's just a shot of a woman's chest, and then just tits are banging around. Yeah. Yeah. I was in. I knew I liked comedy from that point forward. I was like, yeah, bouncing tits, I'm in. Dark Vision. At gigs, I get so into lead solos, and my mate shouts in my ear, what sort of guitar is he playing? Every song, every gig. I don't get that. Might have been a comment from before. Aaron Seach, the Naked Gun. I lost my shit when O.J. Simpson got stuck in the door because of his afro. Oh, yeah, when they show it from back in the day, yeah. O.J. Enforcer, Kris, by totally not taking toxic materials and making better D&D models and 40k models than I could buy. So you're gonna go full Breaking Bad? Is that what you're telling me there? I didn't quite get that sentence. Nathaniel, Naked Gun 33 and a third featured Anna Nicole. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw that one in the theater. I didn't see the other ones, but yeah. Ghost of Starman. The ATTE is the six-legged one. Six-legged, right. I said four-legged. It was six-legged, yeah. The Legion one I've seen has a fully sculpted interior with seated clones. Oof. That's cool. Post a pic. Let me see. Not that I'm about to jump on board with Star Wars Legion, but you never know. Dark Commission, episode 361. And Don't Call Me Shirley. I love it. You know what? That's it. For the moment, you win for the moment. Yeah. Oh, the stupid shit we do. There we go. And Don't Call Me Shirley. I saw something like that on another. It was like a meme or something, and I had seen it. And Don't Call Me Shirley. Oh, it was Doku, and then it was like Obi-Wan's. They're fighting, but it's Leslie Nielsen's head. And it's like, and Don't Call Me Shirley. I can't remember what that thing. I completely ruined the joke, but yeah. Oh man, Enforcer. I'm sorry. I have a drinking problem. Immediately splashes water onto face. Yeah. Old man. Have you ever seen a grown man naked? Airplane is such fantastic. The second one's all right, but the first one is where it's at. Ghost of Starman. It was definitely bare tits when I was watching. We had the DVD though, so it might have cranked the rating up a little. Possibly. Yeah. I remember there is a scene where you see boobs. Oh wait, no, that's Naked Gun I'm thinking of. Because it's right in the intro where the car is running through the showers. Yeah, but anyway, the things that young boys burn into their brains. Sid Tyler. No, I mean like in the theater, even she leans over asking questions while the movie's playing. Like there shouldn't be any distractions. Yeah, I know it's, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Right? It's like, honey, please. Questions to the end, right? Especially in the theater, because it costs a lot to go to the theater these days, and like I said earlier, like when you go to the theater, you're buying the experience of experiencing the movie, right? And so when you have all these distractions and shit like that going on, it detracts from the experience, and it's annoying. Yes, I know, but yeah, even at home, yeah, it's like, stop, stop, please. Yeah, get a phone call. Oh man, when I'm at home, and we're watching a movie, we never watched it before, and then the phone frickin' rings, I feel like just like, who the fuck is this? And what the fuck do you want? Do not be calling me on my phone. How did you get my number? Yeah, you know what? I think I might be a very disagreeable person. Ghost. Pick going into Discord. Sweet. Dr. Santos. I have a 3D printer coming up and got 2 projects for it. Both are kind of a secret, but I'll give you a hint for the second one. Peace through power. Oh, excuse me. Peace through power. I don't know. It's not. I'm not cluing in. I'm not cluing in. Enforcer Kris, when the phone rings, who is this? Why the fuck are you disturbing my movie? Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, I just kind of like, I don't like being disturbed. When I'm into something, I don't like being disturbed. I don't like switching gears. I don't like being disturbed. Especially if it's something that I give a shit about. Yeah. And that's even in conversations. Like if I'm having an interaction with somebody and then somebody is incessantly trying to jump in, I'm annoyed by that. That annoys me. You know what I mean? Especially if they're not offering anything that adds to that conversation. They just want to talk about whatever bullshit they want to talk about. When 2 are having a conversation, this third element is trying to interject something. And it's like, what? No. Go away, Dark Mission, scene from Police Squad. Frank sat at the desk and the detective, who is too tall for the camera, comes over. Yeah, you've got something on the side of your mouth. No, the other side. Half a banana lands on the desk, yeah. Yeah. Ghost of Starman, if you hang up now, I'll leave you alone, and that'll be the end of it. But if not, I have a very particular set of skills. Yeah. If I could do a Liam Neeson voice, I would do it. But I can't. I mean, I probably could. Just never practice it. But yeah. Sid Styler, go crazy. Nathaniel, people in the movies picking up the cell phone and talking very loud during, they make my blood boil. Yeah. Now, it's very rare, even in this day and age, do I see somebody actually like pick up their phone and then just start, blah, 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 blah. I'll see it every once in a while. Somebody pick up their phone, kind of, they're just, you know what I mean? It's annoying, but whatever. But if I don't hear the keys, I don't hear that click, 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 you know what I mean? If okay, I'll let it pass. You know what I mean? Especially if it's something like, mom's in the hospital. Okay, I'll be right there. You know what I mean? Like after my movie. Okay, fine. But it's just annoying. People annoy me. It's amazing I go out at all. During this whole pandemic, I've been fine because I don't go out anyway. People annoy me. James Kent, peace through power is a Brotherhood of Nod reference. Maybe. Oh, okay. I don't remember that. Old Man Logan saw Prometheus in the theater, and this teenager behind me was literally having a conversation on her cell phone. It was all I could do to keep from grabbing her phone and spiking it. Yeah, that's annoying. That's inconsiderate. That's rude. And, I think there should be like almost like not a panic button, because you don't want to go full thing, but you definitely kind of want to speak up, but then it's going to start this whole thing, and then you got this whole interaction going on, and people getting tempers flared and stuff like that. Then you're possibly into a verbal, thing, or even gets physical, blah, blah, you know what I mean? Like it escalates, right? And either you learn de-escalation techniques, or we teach people not to be rude and to get off their fucking phones. It's okay if the phone is not on for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever, right? It's okay. You'll live without that phone. Just turn it off, put it in your pocket, and that's it. whatever, is going to happen. You don't need to tweet about it. You don't need to Instagram shit. You know what I mean? Like, just enjoy the experience, And I think that's a big problem in the day. A lot of people would cite, oh, it's the kids these days. It's not just the kids. I see lots of people, even my age and older, doing the same shit. I think it's a maturity thing. Maturity not being linked to age, but personal growth. Scott, Enforcer. Hightower is from Police Academy, dude. Is he? Oh, scene from Police Squad when they have to rip out the front seat for Hightower. Oh, yeah, no, that's Police Academy, yeah. Nathaniel, Command and Conquer? Oh, it's Command and Conquer? Yeah, okay. Dr. Santos, to the one who just said nod, you win. You win. Sid Tyler, I don't like switching gears either, so I drive automatic. That's a fucking dad joke if I ever heard one. Evan Belleau, are you okay, Forza? Good Starman, I remember an ex-cop once shot a guy dead for talking on the phone in the cinema. I'm not saying he was right, but I understand. Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying it was right. And I'm not saying, I wholeheartedly agree with that position. But I can see the perspective. I can see why. Old man Logan. I let it go for probably longer than I should have, and finally asked her to take it outside. She gave me a blank open mouth stare, but stopped after that. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, if it's going on. I mean, if it's like for like, a quick 30 seconds, you can let it slide. But if it's like 30 seconds, then it's a minute, then, you know what I mean? Or they're just full on talking away and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like they're like the whole theater's empty and they're by themselves. And you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's a complete disregard for other people. And yeah, public shaming. That's where public shaming comes in. You fucking twat. Put that goddamn phone away. Enforcer. Shit. I'm still waking up, man. Yeah. Alrighty. What time we at? Holy shit, it's already almost 1. Good God. Good God, man. Let's jump over to Instagram. I don't have a theme song for Instagram, so I'm just going to say Instagram. If you want me to have a look at your models, you don't feel like sending me an email, use the hashtag Way of the Rush and in Instagram or even Twitter's. Although I don't have like a Twitter, segment of the show, but, Anyway. Instagram. Oh, we got all sorts of stuff going on. All right, most recent. Here we go. This is from our good buddy Kevin Cabal. WizKids D&D Nulzers Unpainted Miniatures Nightwalker. I think that's a product number. Painted with Vallejo paints and based with Vallejo and AK Interactive Products. A fun figure to paint for a spooky D&D birthday game for a friend. Cool. Let's give it a like. Very, very cool. That head is freaky. I like the transitions of color in the hands and in the head. I like that. The little blue, I don't know if that's energy or something in behind the ankles. You probably could have went with that brighter, almost magenta value like you have going on the hands. I think you could have went with that. Just to keep it kind of, homogeneous. Really nice work on the flesh though. Lots of texture. Yeah. This energy. Yeah. Yeah, I think you could have went with the more purplier values with the energy, or went with the blue energy at the fingertips. But that's just my opinion. I'm not suggesting you repaint this or anything like that. Oh, he's even got little glowy eyes. Oh. Yeah, really nice work on those arms. I really like that transitional effect you got going on. Now, I don't know if you're here today, but why didn't you carry on that theme with the legs? Like this purple value transitioning into the blue going up the legs. Because that feels like, something you could have done. It was a direction. Just saying. I'm just wondering. Yeah, I like that. He's like, get over here. Yeah, that's really cool. I like it. Really good work. Yeah. I thoroughly enjoy this. Next one is, Kevin Quell. Reaper Bones Ogre Guard glazes over a zenithal highlight based with Vallejo and Citadel products and Gamer Grass Tufts. So it's a zenithal. I'm going to assume it's contrasts and such. Very cool. I like it. It looks like it's a pretty straightforward application of color. I really like the texture on the base. Yeah. I'd imagine you probably banged this one out. I imagine you banged them out really fast. You banged them out. What's this? Disco! It's Disco Mini Painter, or Disco Duke, aka Disco Duke. Not the other disco. There's two discos, apparently. Anyway. Next project is an original Tyranid Hive Tyrant. One of the earliest models I had. Stripped of old paint and glue, then pinned properly and put together ready for priming and painting. Let's give that a like. Did I give the last one a like? Yes, I did. Okay. Let's make sure I'm giving these likes. It's important for me to make sure I give them likes because that way I know that I've looked at them and talked about them. And, yeah. Big old box of NID parts. The 1998 annual. That's cool. Yeah, very, very cool. Yeah. I never collected these NIDs. I wasn't all about NIDs at that point. It's when, was it 3rd edition? This one 3rd edition. And they came out with the Hive Tyrant, the really tall one. And had the big crested head. I made that look like the Alien Queen. Yeah. And I also went with like it's a very inspired Starship Troopers. The warrior bugs. That's how I painted my Tyranids. For anybody curious. Cool. Oh, was that it? Oh. You said it was primed. Lied to us, Disco. The wannabe painter Dom. Ancient Doom Cannon Necron is done. Pictures are a bit difficult to take since my camera isn't the best. A really cool and big model with thousands of spots to put the weathering in. On the base, I tried to go for an old battlefield with left debris. All in all, okay with it. Now I will go out for some little bug bases. Let's give that a like. Very cool. I like the texture. Oh, yeah, I like the rust. Yeah. Yeah. I like this. This is one of those examples where the model values, the colors used on the model, are echoed in the base to good effect, right? Sometimes the model, depending on the model and what colors used and everything like that, the model can get kind of lost. But in this instance, because of the scale of the model and the size of it, it doesn't. But yeah. I think the little eye lenses probably could have used a little bit more of a treatment. Something. I don't know. Maybe the green. Just to really draw the eye in, because my eye is immediately drawn to those guns. But I think realistically you should be drawn to that little doodad face of it. Yeah. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I like the weathering. I like that texture, that slight texture. You get the metals and then you got the opaque colors. I like that. I like it. My father was a drinker and a fiend. Anyway. Next one, holy crap. It's the Kevin Cabal hour, for fuck's sakes. Anyway, Reaper Bones Cyclops glazes over a Zenithal highlight based with Vallejo and Citadel products and Gamer Grass Tufts. Let's give that a like. I like the big pebbles. I like the kind of dumb stare he has. Wait, do I have the right window going on? Yeah, I do. Okay. Just make sure I had the right framing going on here. I like the big dumb look he's got on his face. And the way he's holding the rock is like, you fucking want one? I mean, it's just kind of funny. You fucking want one? Anybody who watched Trailer Park Boys knows what I'm talking about. You fucking want one? Anyway, really cool. Reaper Bones Ogre Smasher glazes over Zenithal highlight based with Vallejo and Citadel products and Gamer Grass Tufts. Let's give that a like. I like the nice dark tone on the flesh. Works very, very well in this instance. The wraps on the arms and everything like that look really cool. I like that blue, the choice of the blue. I like it. This guy doesn't have a fucking want one. He doesn't have that kind of a look to him. He looks very, very mad. Looks very ogreish. Kim, there we go. 2 more Commandos done, 4 to go. Oh, geez, I'm way behind. Yeah, this is 2 weeks ago. I really like the flesh. Nice and clean. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I could make the obvious comment, of course, but I'm not. I think he knows what I would say. Judging from this picture. I'm not going to say it, though. I'm not. Yeah, I really like the vibrancy of the flesh. That's very cool. Orcs are too funny. I don't like serious orcs. I like orcs with just a little bit of humor to them. Just a little bit. Really good stuff, Kim. Kevin Cabal. We're back to Kevin Cabal. Reaper Bones Ogre Clubber. Ogre Clubber? Is he clubbing orcs or ogres? Glazes over Zenithal highlight based with Vallejo and Citadel products. And dun 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 Gamer Grass Tufts. Shit, did I give Kim like? Yeah, I did. Okay. Ogres. Yeah, I like the base. The Gamer Grass Tufts are really nice. I have a few of those. They're really nice. I think I would have picked out the skulls just a little bit more. Yeah, they get kind of lost in that belt area. I think bringing those skulls up just a little bit brighter. Just a bit. Not to a white or anything like that. Just a little bit. Disco. Calling this Guardian of Souls done until I get around to putting him on base. Yeah, I like the texture he adds. I like your work on the flames. I don't think you need to go that intense, that close to the source of the flame. I think you'd have had a nice gradient going on. I like the green glints in the non-metallic metal. I like that. That sickly green is quite interesting too. But yeah, on the flames, I don't think you need to push it that far. That dark, that like whatever is Caliban green or whatever the hell that is. I don't think you need to go that far. About 3/4 of the way. About just past where you have that space in the middle of the flame, that void in between. Yeah. But I like your non-metallic metal. I like that you incorporated that green into the blade. Very, very smart. Yeah, that's good. Oh, you even got it on his shoulder armor too. I just noticed that. Really nice. Incorporating that reflective quality. Yeah. I didn't see it at first. I missed it. Yeah. That's really good. That's really good observation. Of course, once you start, really kind of, getting used to glazing and creating smooth transitions and stuff like that, you're only going to get better at that. But I can see the underpinnings, the foundations of really great painting. Kevin Cabal, holy man, Kevin Cabal is just making all sorts of noise today. Reaper Bones, Atten? Anyway, painted using glazes over a zenithal highlight, based with Vallejo and Citadel products and Gamergrass stuffs. Like a boo. I like this guy. That's funny. I like little piggy. Ah, he's got a little piggy. I imagine that you probably had a little painting session going on and you were just quickly banging these guys out. Banging them out. But yeah. Very, very cool. Again, I like the texture on the bases. I mean, you said these are for a D&D game or something? Something like that. Oh. Kevin Cabal, Star Wars Imperial Assault AT-DP. DP. Imperial Walker, weathered to look like it needs a bit of maintenance. Based to look like a snowy day on a rocky, sandy planet. Oof, that's pretty specific. Probably not Tatooine, since I don't think they get snow. Probably not. I like the weathering on this. This is really good. Nice, even, flat color. I like the weathering around the feet. I like the way your treatment on the base. Very Star Wars. Because Star Wars, right? It's all about that lived-in vibe, right? It's all that lived-in appearance. Now, is it my imagination? It probably is, but is it my imagination, or does that round thing on the head, does that look like a face? Like with a Cyclops eye? Like Cyclops from X-Men? And he's got a smiley? You see his little nose? Is that a face there? Is it a Cyclops emote? Now everybody's like, oh fuck, no, I can't unsee it. Yeah, I really like your weathering on this one. This is really good. The Cyclops emote. Oh, man. Kim. The last four painted for the unit. Here's his Death Corpse. Corpse? Core? Death Core? Death Corpse. Is that a big bong he's holding? Looks like a big bong. He's like, do you need a hit? Just... Yeah. You know what? And there's bong helmets that are gas masks that are bongs, and you put the mask on and you do bong rips with the gas mask on. Maybe these guys are all about getting high. Kim, from this picture, what do you think Kris is going to say? Just off the top of your head, go ahead. I like that green. I like the green on the gun and the sword. It looks like it's like Plague Bearer, and then with edged in Nurgling green. Edged. Oh, he's even got a map. Oh, he even drew the coordinates in the map and everything. Ah, that's cool. I like that. That's a nice touch. Why does it sound like I'm double clicking that? Because I am. Yeah, I like that map, man. That's really good work on that map. Ah, very cool. Yeah. Oh, here's the full squad. Krieg veterans. The Krieg. Yeah, that's cool. All doing their bong rips. Yeah, dude, looks like he's holding a bong. What's going on there? What's going on, G-dubs? Oh, some asshole's Space Marine he finished like weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, apparently. I posted that 3 weeks ago. Jeez Louise. Anyway. Painted 3 more Krieg Duders. 6 to go. I think we're way behind on a lot of this Instagram stuff, eh? Oh, I guess so, because it's been like 3 weeks since I've done away the brush. So yeah, we haven't looked at Instagram in a while. I think here, Kim, I would have painted the shell he's loading. I'd have painted that brass. Just so it doesn't look like the same thing as the gun. Just create a little bit of separation, you know? Very, very cool. Somebody co-opting my tag. The wannabe painter Dom, Big Spider Mama, and Old Techno Fella are done. The AK Dark Brown Wash did most of the weathering, but I finished it with some rust tones, verdigris, and other darks. Enjoying the project so far as I'm making good progress. Very, very cool. Yeah, I like this one. Oh, did that Walker have the same vibe with the black solid eye? I didn't catch that. Like it's a glossy black lens. Oh, yeah. See, that makes it a little bit more creepy. Like a spider. Yeah, the weathering is really cool. Yeah, I like the Orbeez of his eyes. I like that. It's really straightforward, but yeah. That's really cool. I like that little bit of verdigris in there, yeah. Yeah. I am digging it. Like just black obsidian crystal. Very, very cool. The way his hand is kind of blurred, it almost looks like his hand is in motion. He's like tapping on your forehead like, hello, hello. Oh, is that it? Are we all caught up? Yeah, I like this piece. Snodley Workshop. Yeah, I like that piece. It's really awesome. I like this dude too. All right, I think we're done, right? Yeah, we're done with the Instagrams. Yeah, some jerks thing of things. Very, very cool. Thank you all for posting those and sharing your efforts. Very, very, very cool. Yeah, I just want to go back to the Walker thingy, the Necron Walker thing. Yeah, okay. So you were doing it like the gloss. See, it from this picture, it looked like it was just kind of like stained over, and I think reestablishing that in that glossy black would help and would stay consistent with the rest of your work. Because yeah, it feels like with the color, the rust colors running on top of it, feels unfinished, or it's obscuring it in some fashion. And yeah, I mean, like on the Tomb Spider, you have a nice glossy orb there, and it's all rusty, and so you have that nice visual contrast between the two. And I think that would work very well on this guy as well. I'd reestablish that glossiness. But yeah, very, very cool. Thank you all for posting those and sharing that. And again, if you want me to have a look at your Instagram and, you know, talk about it and, you know, whatever. I mean, I don't really do the critiquey thing because I prefer to critique stuff that is sent to me deliberately for, you know, more conversation. So Instagram, if you just want to share, you know, then yeah. Where the hell am I? In the comments. Broker, the Galactic Empire is a big fan of Cyclops. Aaron Siege with bong gas mask. Fun times. Yeah. Early on, we were shopping around for a water pipe, and I seen that one. I seen the gas mask for doing your bong rips, and I was like, it'd be kind of fun. Then I watched a couple people who use it, and holy fuck, they're fucked. Yeah, they are fucked. And so I was like, no, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, that was still when I was kind of like still smoking it. I don't like smoking it these days. I'm already a smoker. And when I smoke cannabis, I don't feel good. I don't feel good doing it. It hurts. It hurts us. And yeah, I prefer eating it. I eat it all day long. No. Bar 1, bong helmets, stoner marines. Yeah, like when you see like the plague marines and they got the gas mask head to them. Yeah. If you think I'm joking, look up. I don't know if they call them water pipe or if they're bong gas mask. Just type in bong gas mask, and you'll see a whole bunch. And yeah, you'll be like, "Holy God, this is a trip." But that's exactly what that marine looks like. He looks like he's holding like the pipe, and he's like, "You want to hit?" You know what I mean? It's just kind of funny. I mean, somebody out there's like, "That's not funny, Kris. You're encouraging drug use." Not really, but I mean, it's legal where I am. Everybody's doing bong rips on my block. Kim, I wish he did hold a bong, but it's just his medic stuff. It could be a medicinal bong. It could be a medicinal bong. You don't know. He's like, the guy gets shot. He's like, oh, I'm bleeding out. Doc. And he's here, take a hit. And he's, oh, yeah, I'm good now. You see smoke coming out of the hole. Anyway. Man. Where is this generation's Cheech and Chong? I don't know. Dark Mission, Yoda. The barrels are undrilled in this one. Yeah. Aaron Siege, Death Corpse of Ganja. Yeah, Death Corpse of Ganja. Why not, right? But would it be racist to like do like, you know, the hair as well? The locks? Yeah, probably would be racist, right? So don't do that. Just have them with the bongs. Yeah, we don't need to tread that ground. Bar 1. I agree on the edibles. Not much into smoking it, to be honest. Yeah, exactly. I prefer edibles. Now, mind you, I mean, my situation with edibles, I don't go in for gummies or anything like that because I don't really need that much added sugar to my already diabetic diet. So, yeah. Although, mind you, I have brownies, but, you know, I'm good most of the time with my sugars and, you know, all that. But anyway, the process in which I have my brownies, I mean, it's the weed is just, you know, put it in a coffee grinder until it's, you know, almost a powder. Throw it into the batter mix. Eat it. And, you know, it's a different experience than smoking it, right? And, yeah. I like eating it, and then you can feel the effects creep up on you. Whereas, you know, you do a bong rip, and it's like, oh, nah, I don't feel nothing. Do another one. 10 minutes later, I still don't feel anything. Now all of a sudden, all three hits hit you, and you're like, what? You know, your eyes are completely gone. You're sweating profusely. You know what I mean? It's not fun. It's not fun. Eating it, like, you know, like if like around 8-9 o'clock is usually when I indulge, and I know about an hour I can start to feel it. In about 2 hours, I'm in it, and I'm useless. At that point, 2 hours in, after, yeah, I'm useless. It's no good. I'm just chilled, you know. Yeah. Anyway, James Kent, he gives a +1 to hit. Yeah, he gives a +1 to hit. Just a bong rip. Just if you're within 2 inches of him, you get a +1 to hit. Everybody's just relaxed, or they don't have to take morale checks. They just give a shit. Guys are getting shot. It's like, well. You get a +1 to your morale check. Kim, Doc, and he gets a hit and seeps out his lung by the gunshot wound. Yeah, the smoke. Aaron Seach, you could just replace the Aquila on the helmet with a pot leaf. That's it right there. Yeah, just put a little leaf there. Bar 1, plus size, it lasts longer. Yes, yeah. Now, mind you though, I usually do it at night. I don't partake in the day. Again, because like if I end up taking, smoking, whatever too much, I'm useless, and I don't like being useless in the day because there's stuff to do. Right, at night when the work is done, chill out. Watch some movies, right? Like, watching Gandhi high, right? Just, Star Wars high, These are the experiences I live for. Anyway, end of the day. During the day, right now, I'm completely stone cold sober. Other than caffeine, which is kind of winding me up right now. I'm like well into my buzz right now for caffeine. I feel good. But anyway, yeah. Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that point. Weed affects the memory. Dr. Santos, Kris, the first scary movie had a similar scene to that. Yeah, that's where I was going with that. Yeah, stone guy gets shot in the chest, falls down, smoke comes out. Ah, shit. Gotta get a final sniff before I go. Yeah, he's smoking out of him. He's like that. Yeah. I remember that. Scary movie. Oh fuck. The wife, she loves horror films and stuff. Those are the only shows that she'll stay off her phone for. And we've been talking about it, watching Scream, the first Scream movie, right? Wes Craven, Scream. We're also big fans of the Scary Movie series. Well, the first 3. And yeah, we hadn't watched Scream in like a while. And we could not take it seriously right from the start. With even Drew Barrymore getting gutted and you see her intestines falling all over the place. And you know what I mean? Like, we were still laughing our heads off. I just could not take it seriously at all. Scary movies ruin horror films. They ruin them. And unfortunately, Scream, the original Scream, is ruined. It's ruined. Which is probably why they're redoing it. So they can fuel a whole fresh cycle of spoofs. Yeah. Kim, leaf on the helmets are going on the next box of them. Thanks for the tip. Yeah. Yeah, just shave that Aquila and then just put a little leaf, 5-pointed leaf. Aaron Seach, I am a complete opposite. Don't care for edibles. Doesn't do much for me at all. Bong rips is where it's at for me. Yeah, again, I mean, everybody to each your own, right? But yeah, I'm going to assume, Aaron, you're not a smoker, like a cigarette smoker. Whereas I am. Now, I don't smoke a whole lot. But when I inhale it, man, especially, some of the stuff, oof. Yeah, it's like burning. It hurts. I feel like I'm out of breath. And yeah, I don't like that feeling. I don't like it. I don't. So that's why I eat it. Just have it in salad. You know what? Oh yeah, because we grind it pretty fine. What if I just put it in a little spice container? And just look a little dabble here and there. Kind of like pepper, salt and pepper. Just put it right next to my salt, pepper, and weed. It's a condiment. Why not? Why not use it as a condiment? I mean, what do you guys think? Anybody who does partake. I mean, some of you don't, and some of you it's probably still legal, and whatever. But yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just asking questions here. Dark Commission. Funny how every politician in the world smoked but didn't inhale. Yeah, I don't know how that's possible. I mean, it's not a cigar. Because cigars, you can smoke, but you don't inhale, right? You do inhale a little bit, but yeah, you don't do a full inhale because, yeah, you'll turn green. Although, when I used to smoke cigarellos, which are the smaller cigars, I used to inhale those. But yeah. Anyway. Bar 1. Evening high is best high. Yeah, man. Just end of the day, especially when you got a lot accomplished. You're patting yourself on the back and you're like, yeah, I got a lot accomplished today. Get high. Time to get high. Aaron Seach. Kris, heavy metal, the movie High. Just saying. Yes, heavy metal. Yeah. Heavy metal. Definitely. Kim. You seeing Scream since the new one is just around the corner? Am I seeing Scream? I don't know. The new Scream? I'm, meh. No, I'll probably wait till it comes out, on the streaming and rent and blah, blah, blah. I probably won't see it. Sid Tyler, I want to see Antlers, but I need to see Dune first. See Dune first. Antlers, it looks interesting. I'll probably watch it because I like Del Toro. I like his work. I like his visual style and aesthetics. The only thing that's annoying though is that we're telling a story about Ojibwe monsters, and I don't see any Ojibwe's. It's a Wendigo, apparently. It's a Wendigo. That's what the monster is. Spoiler. And I didn't see any Anishinaabe in the trailers. So, it feels more like that kind of making white people scared of Native American folklore kind of thing, right? Oh, they're doing the dance. Oh, it's spooky. What are they doing? We don't know, It's kind of that rain dance kind of thing, right? And, that's why, our asses got shot for practicing our religions and, you know what I mean? Like, it's fucked up. It's fucked up is what it is. It's fucked up. So, but I'll probably see it because, again, I like Del Toro. It's not a deal breaker for me. But I'm not rushing out to see it. Aaron Seach. Nope, don't smoke. Don't even drink alcohol anymore. Just the ganja. I have to be careful, though. I do have the same freedoms you do. I have to be careful, though. I do not have the same freedoms you do. Oh, well, because you're in Wisconsin, right? I thought Wisconsin was legal. Because I thought most like a lot of like the eastern and northern states, they legalized it. No, I don't know. I pay attention, but I don't pay attention. I'm really kind of self-involved. If it's not happening to me, I really don't care. Sid Tyler. And I don't feel like watching 2 movies. I don't like going to the theater much in the first place. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, some people couldn't care less about the theater experience. I get it. And as in some ways, I can agree. I can see your point. But it is still an experience. The immersion, right? And almost in that same sense that it is a space where the social construct is to turn your fucking phone off. Don't do a lot of talking. Don't be yourself, essentially. Don't be your annoying self. And just sit and watch and pay attention to the movie, the experience. It's you and that screen, right? And so that's why I like the theater. That's what I like. Yeah, when I was talking earlier, like being flanked by both sides, strangers, smelly people, I'm just fucking annoyed. That's not a good experience for me. But with social distancing being enforced right now, yeah, I'm happy as a clam in a theater. We've gone to the theater a few times, and yeah. Yeah. Dr. Xanthus, I'm not old enough for that stuff yet. I'm only 33. For what stuff? The ganja? Sure, you're plenty old. You're. In fact, I think you're even too old now. You might be too old. Bar 1. Of course, you can add it as seasoning. Weed spice burgers are sweet as hell. Really? So there are people out there using it like a condiment, like just a little bit on my thing, and yeah, that's cool. Where's that? Amsterdam? Kim, I only smoke it. Have a friend that do the spice glass on the shelf thing. Oh, really? That's cool. Sit Tyler, the spice must flow. Blah, blah, blah. Wait. I can't do it. My mouth is kind of dry. Hold on. There we go. Anyway. Sitting here trying to master my bong rip sound. Bar 1. You're going to want to add the weed spice when the burgers are kind of done. Dr. Commission, being proudly breaking the law in England for 39 years. Big anniversary next summer. LOL. James McKen. Also, if you don't experience Dune in the cinema with the epic sound system, you will regret it. Yeah. And see, and that's the thing. Like when I saw Dunkirk, I saw it in the theaters. And it was a good theater experience. But I was like, damn, this was shot in IMAX. You know what I mean? And I kind of wish I had experienced it in IMAX because, yeah, there was like right from the very beginning in Dunkirk. I mean, like, man. As soon as the gunfire starts, right, it's just holy shit. And yeah. And so and when Dune was deliberately shot for IMAX, I was like, yeah, I got to experience it in IMAX. And unfortunately, yeah, we already went over it. Aaron Seach, Illinois is legal, Wisconsin is not. Oh, I thought, okay. There is literally a dispensary 10 minutes from my house. Fucking stupid. That's right. Yeah, you're on the border, right? Or like the line between state line. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like, again, you know, borders are dumb. These imaginary lines we draw on the ground are dumb. You know what I mean? And it's, yeah. Like where your house is, and you go drive 5 minutes down the road, and you can smoke it, buy it legal. You know what I mean? Like cram it in your ass if you want. Buy it in suppository, cram it right in there. Perfectly legal. But walk over this imaginary line. It's not legal anymore. It's like it's just dumb. It's dumb. It is dumb. The idea of these imaginary lines, period, is dumb. It's all dumb. Alrighty. What time are we at? 1:35. Let's jump over to the Instagrams. Or not the Instagram. Fuck. Email. Yeah, we'll do a classic. If you are wearing headphones, turn them up or down because here it comes. Email time. It's email time. Oh, it's done. I don't hear it, so anyway. This one is from our good buddy old man Logan. The Incantation of Gork. Or Mork. Take your pick. Hey, Kris. I have actually shared this model before, I think. I forgot that I used fluorescent paint on it and only sent pics under normal light. At the time, I used fluorescent paint simply because I wanted a very bright color for the spell effect and did not have a black light. So here it is again in all its fluorescent glory. It's fluorescent glory. I have included both photos under normal lighting as well as black lighting. I had a bit of a hard time getting good pictures, but I think you will appreciate how they turned out. Fluorescents are fun. Let me know what you think. Old man Logan. And so here, oh yeah. Yeah, we did look at this one, didn't we? There we go. Yeah. Because, yeah, you went through and you did the glowy around the eyes and then the little skulls, right? Yeah, I remember this. And I really enjoyed, your work on the smoke. It was just all round, just fantastic painting here. I like all the work. But, dun dun dun! Ooh, look at that. That's super glowy. Oh man, what a trip! Yeah, we're gonna do bong rips. Look at this photo and blow it up big on my screen. Oh, the colors. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't think I could do this show high. Like I said, I'm useless. I'm kind of useless anyway, but oh no. Okay, so hold on. We got a red screen. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I was expected to be the blacklight shot. Yeah, I remember we looked at this. Yeah, very cool. I liked it. I the magenta and the stone. You have that really muted values, and then you have that nice saturated magenta value. Yeah. Oh, damn. Teased me again. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. That's cool as balls, man. That's cool as balls. Because balls tend to be fairly cool. They're not really that warm because they dangle from your body. Yeah, I really like that vortex. And I like how the camera catches the little eyeballs all over the place on the main figure. And the glow of the smoke. That's just really cool. That's a good pick. I like this one better though. This is good. I think this one's better though. It's good. Anyway. That's not like I was going to keep going back and forth between those two. Yeah. I dig it, man. I dig it. Oh, is that it? That's the last pick. Yeah, I dig it. Fluorescents, man, they're just too much fun. They're just too much fun. And, fun is fun, All right. Old Man Logan. Aaron is like Norm from Cheers at his dispensary. Yeah. Dark Commission. I like the glow. Really cool. Yeah, the glow is really cool. And on camera, it actually is a little bit tricky to try and capture that glow, right? You have to play with your settings a little bit. I mean, Old Man Logan took good pictures there. But to the eye, when you shine that black light, the shit just glows. I don't know if we can see, here. Oh, wait, I don't have my black light handy. Shit. I thought I had it handy. I was going to show you guys because I have the Void Dragon right there. And even under this green light, you can see the little bit of the fluorescence. But yeah. Anyway. Very, very cool. Thank you, Old Man Logan, for sending that in. Awesome stuff. Even though, yeah, it was damn near a month ago you said that. All right, next email is from my good buddy Brandon, the B-Man. It's a kill team, quick and dirty, just how you like it. I thought I'd go for muted tones for these guys with a bit of fluorescent paints for fun. All of their light diodes are fluorescent as well as their plasma coils. Watched your plasma glow video for some help. Thank you. Now onto the Commandos, going for a classic red camo pattern for them. Ooh, interesting. Let's have a look. Oh, I like these dudes. I like the color scheme. Almost feels like Steel Legion. And so the plasma, yeah, you did a really good job on that plasma. On the coils. Yeah. Yeah. and then you did the little thingy-mabobbers. Look how bright that fluorescence is, eh? You see the colors on his palette, how bright they look? And look how it's reflecting on his handle, on his painting handle. It's almost like they're lights. That's some good shit. That's cool. Yeah, I think that's hilarious, though. You can see the ambient reflection on the handle. Those are really, really bright colors. Very, very cool, B-Man. Thank you for sending that in. And, of course, awesome stuff. Yeah, fluorescent colors are just so much fun. Like, why not have fun with the painting? Again, everybody is always so damn serious about this stuff. And it's like, we're just having fun here. Like, you know. Sorry, I'm farting around. I'm clicking things now. Get back out of here. Time we at? Okay, we got 17 minutes left. We are in good shape. So again, if you want me to have a look at your projects, if you want any help, you know, whatever's, send it to Kris@wayofthebrush.com. It's in the description below. You gotta send pictures, send them as attachments in the email. Don't send them off as links to other sites because I won't read the email. So yeah. But yeah, if you want a little bit more in depth, or maybe you just want to show off what you're working on, whatever. I don't know. Whatever it is, send it. I like getting emails. I like seeing what you guys are working on. I like being updated. Either use the Instagram or the thing, you know. Email. Bar 1. Got to get my hands on some of those glowing paints. Any brand recommendations? I'm a big fan of Golden High Flow fluorescence. Scale 75, I believe, has a line of fluorescence. I believe Green Stuff World has a line of fluorescence. Vallejo does fluorescence. Citadel, a lot of people have said the Tesseract Glow is like a fluorescence, and I thought it was until I tested it side by side other fluorescent paints. I've got a video on it, and yeah, it's not fluorescent. But yeah, there's many different companies out there. It all depends on if you want to stay within the realm of water-based acrylics or, you know, acrylics or lacquer, enamel, you know. So yeah, there's many options. It all depends. All depends on what you work in, what you like to work in, I should say. But if you're used to like Citadel, yeah, Citadel doesn't make any fluorescence. I don't think. I've never seen it. Not to say it doesn't exist. I've just never seen it. The Vallejo is not as strong as I'd like. But, you know. Golden is probably my favorite. I have not used Green Stuff Worlds. I have not used Scale 75s. I'm curious about the Scale 75s. I like a lot of what Scale 75 does. So, you know, there is that. But, yeah. Dr. Zanto's got to bounce. Be seeing you all laters. Any brand recommendation? Yeah, that's about it. I like Golden. Wait, jeez, Louise, keep getting caught there. This paint line, the fluorescent paints are too far away for me to reach, but yeah, Golden High Flow. These are really thin bodied paints. They flow like ink, but they're really great pigment to them. But yeah. Old Man Logan, I use Kratex fluorescents from Hobby Lobby. They're the brightest I've found, almost too bright. Yeah, Kratex. Yeah, that's Kratex. I believe is Testers, isn't it? That's the parent company. I believe is Testers. I could be wrong, but yeah, it's because Kratex is like their airbrush paint line, I believe, isn't it? Something like that. I don't think I've ever used their paints. You know, it'd be cool. Here's an idea for everybody out there. A fluorescent metallic. Turbo Dork. Where's Turbo Dork? Where's my Turbo Dorks? A fluorescent metallic. Where the pigment fact, a proper pigment is a fluorescent metallic. Could you imagine it? A fluorescent metallic. I'm getting a chub. I'm at half mast right now just thinking about a fluorescent metallic. Holy shit. Could you imagine? I just thought of that just now. And I'm sure paint companies have probably been trying to work on something like that. I wonder if it's possible for a clear fluorescent. I don't know if it is. I imagine it probably is. Just probably not as strong. You know what I mean? Like if you had like a contrast paint or, you know, like a Tamiya clear or something like that, but it was in a fluorescence. Yeah. Old Man Logan. Right. They are airbrush paints. Yeah. Yeah. Cretex. Yeah. I thought Cretex was a product of Testers, like Testers being the parent company. I could be wrong again, like I said, but yeah. I don't know. Here, let me have a look. Because I've seen Cretex many times in a lot of the big box art supply places and stuff. I've never really used them, but yeah, oh yeah, but they're an acrylic, right? They're not a water-based acrylic. Like they're an acrylic paint. But anyway, because I thought I've seen the Testers logo on them. Testors, not testers. Ors. There we go. No? I don't know. No, I don't know. I would have to look at that. Yeah, for some reason I thought they were an offshoot of Testers paint, which are enamel paints, right? I don't know. Does Testers do an acrylic? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They do an acrylic, I believe. Aztec. Testers Aztec line is an acrylic line, isn't it? Come on, where's all my paint nerds out there? Kim, come on, Kim. You have all the paints. Testers, enamel based. I think Aztec is acrylic based, or is it just simply another enamel based line? Why would they do that? I thought that the Aztec line was an acrylic line. But anyway, Old Man Logan, yes, acrylic. It is, yeah, Cretex is acrylic? Okay. Like, is it water-based acrylic or just acrylic? I'm going to assume you're saying it's acrylic, like Tamiya paints. Because Tamiyas are acrylic, but they're not water-based acrylics. Kim, not a fan of Cretex stuff. No? How come? Why not? I've never used it myself. I'm genuinely curious. I've always been curious about it. I see it all the time. It's like the shit is everywhere. So, I mean, like, it's really kind of surprising that, you know, not more people, at least in our line of, you know, hobbying, aren't using it more, you know? So, yeah. It's just a curiosity. It is just a curiosity. No, Aztecs is water-based. Aztec? Is that what you're saying? Aztec is a water-based acrylic? Okay. Old Man Logan, water-based. According to the bottle, no Testers logo. No? Okay. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I'm probably wrong. Yeah, because I was under the impression for some reason that Cretex was Testers. It was under Testers. Like, they're the ones who manufacture it. But yeah. What do I know? No, but seriously though, Kim, why don't you like the Cretex stuff? It's paints for bigger stuff, too coarse pigments for our work. Really? Interesting. Now I'm kind of curious. Because, I mean, like, I've heard that argument from, like, what is that dollar store paint? Apple Barrel? I think it's called. It's Apple Barrel. It's a cheap dollar store. It's like $1 for like an ounce, 2-ounce bottle. And I've seen plenty of good paint jobs with those kinds of paints. And so one doesn't consider them. Well, even like the golden high flow, these aren't designed for miniatures. They're just a high pigmented paint, right? So, again, I mean, I'm just wondering. I'm just curious. Yeah, and for the Kratex stuff, yeah, I thought that was under testers. Interesting. I might have to give Kratex a try sometime. Yeah, it is an airbrush paint, eh? I'm just doing a quick little search a vu. Dealers. Kratex dealers. Jeez. Hey, you look for this. Say, what? How about I'll hook you up? You don't know if that paint is laced with anything, for God's sakes, people. Oh, they even have transparency. Kratex has transparencies. Fluorescence and transparencies. I might have to pick up some. Oh, my guys. Sunward Hobbies. They're selling some. Sorry, apparently you're all going shopping with me right now. I'm just browsing airbrushes and shit. How the fuck did I get just the airbrushes out of this thing? What the fuck? I wanted paints. Oh, because it said airbrush. Fuck. Yeah, I'm going to have to give these fluorescents a try. And especially if they are an airbrush line. Yeah. Because I am curious. Not that kind of curious. But curious. Dark Emission. Dollar Rowney do a tube of glow-in-the-dark paint that can be mixed with other acrylic paints. 1 milliliter tube. £2. A glow-in-the-dark paint. Now, fluorescence really isn't a glow-in-the-dark, is it? I don't think it is. Because it just fluoresces. It just seems to take more and radiate out. Versus glow-in-the-dark, which is, it looks really muted in daylight, but then obviously it glows at night, right? So, yeah. Interesting. Kim, yeah, it can be done, but it's a lot of work to make it look nice. I think it's a silicone-based pigment they use. Interesting. Old Man Logan, I have only used their fluorescents. Can't speak for the other colors. I have been curious about their transparencies. Yeah, the transparencies. It's interesting. Especially if they come at a good price and if they lay on very nicely on a figure. Yeah, like why not, right? Again, I mean, like these are just paints, right? Like there's really not a lot different in miniature paints from regular artist paints because both will claim high pigment. Nobody's going to claim low pigment, first of all. What paint line says we have the lowest pigment count in our paints? The pigment is almost so non-existent that it's almost clear anyway, right? Nobody says that. Everybody says they have high pigment. Well, what does that even mean? Can you tell the difference between low pigment and high pigment? I mean, if it feels a little bit chunky and shit like that, well, that could be the paint has been settled for a while. The paint, the pigment has clumped, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, there's tons of paints that happens across many different companies and many different paint lines. So, it's not the dominion of one particular paint or kind of paint, right? When we're talking about pigment. The one thing I don't think I've ever really seen anybody put it through its paces is a proper paint test. The way paint companies test their paints. And nobody's really done that. Nobody's demonstrated that. But yeah. It's interesting. But yeah, I mean, like, talking pigment, I mean, like, yeah, nobody says their paints are low pigment, right? Nobody goes around. Yeah, our paint is the lowest pigment count seen. We take pride in our low pigment. Sid Tyler, butt curious. Butt curious? When I was a younger fella, I fit in that category. As a more mature adult, not so much. I found my answers. Oh, man. This stupid shit we say. Anyway. Ruckus Muckus. Long time since I've been able to tune in live and see my island boy Kris live. Island boy? I don't live on an island. I mean, I exist in an island. Or, yeah. But I'm not on an island. Been a long time since I've heard the wise words of the great stashed one. Yeah, well, thank you, Ruckus. Old Man Logan. Does higher pigment translate to better coverage, opacity? Is that how one could test? Yeah. But even still, high pigment doesn't necessarily mean better coverage or even smoother finish, because often that is just, it's the acrylic binder. That is what is really the determining factor in the finish and how it, how it moves across the viscosity and everything like that. That's all in the acrylic binder. Like when you get down to the nitty gritty of a paint, the pigments are all the same. They all come from the same sources, right? They're all mined or, harvested or whatever, but they're all the same. Like, for example, black, okay? Carbon, black, okay? It's in the name, right? So that's where it comes from. All you do is add either oil, becomes oil-based paint, or enamel-based, whatever. Acrylic binder, right? Or a very minimal binder, becomes like a watercolor, right? You know what I mean? Like, they're all very much the same, and all it is the binder for the pigment that determines what kind of paint it is. But otherwise, it's the same pigments. Like, you know what I mean? And anybody who's making paint, they're not making paint out of, pigments that, at least I hope not, like our chunks of pigment, right? They're a fine talc, right? It's almost like talcum powder. So, yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is. This, humans have been playing with paint for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Very little has changed. Very little has changed. Again, there's no need to reinvent the wheel, right? Of course, there are synthetic pigments, because some pigments are carcinogenic, right? Cadmium, shit like that. But, for example, like ceramite white versus white scar, right? You have two different whites in Citadel's paint line. At least, what's the new name? I can't remember what the new name for the white is, whichever white it is. But anyway, ceramite white covers really, really well. And if you've ever looked at any white paint, right, that has sat for a while, what color is that medium floating around on top of the pigment? What color is that? And why is it that color? I've mentioned this many times before. When I learned the answer, and I was quite surprised by it, and it even upped my fascination with the process of creating paints and what goes into creating paint. It's very, very interesting. Where am I? Kim. I only tried the normal acrylics from Cratex, but then I'm biased as fuck when it comes to paints, so not the right person to ask. And only paints I've used that actually have noticed higher amount of pigment are Chimera paints. Right. But how are you determining how Chimera is more pigmented than, say, Vallejo or Scale 75, right? How are you making that determination? It feels more pigmented. It feels. Yeah, I mean, like, I like you, Kim, but I would need a little bit more than your feels. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I need a little bit more facts to it. Kim, they are 50-50 pigment. Medium needs to be thinned down like 6 times as much as any other paint and still super strong in color. Sure. But I mean, yeah, like freaking Pro Acro. The Pro Acro Transparencies. I was so excited when I heard about these coming out. This was a few years ago. And I was very curious about these. And these super strong transparencies. These paints, super strong. You got to thin these way down too as well. Now, as opposed to say something like Citadel Contrast that you can use right out of the bottle. Well, which is better? It's rather subjective, right? It's rather subjective. Now, Pro Acro, that's where it kind of gets a bump up, is if you want it to be very, very, very saturated, very, very strong right from the start, beauty. And you can control the dilution to how intense you want that color. Plus, right? Versus Citadel Contrast, you can't make it any stronger than it already is. Versus something that is already super strong and dense. You know what I mean? Like, so, yeah. Sid's Tyler, LMAO. I found my answers. Okay. Answers to what? I don't know. Oh, I found my answer. Oh, the curious, yeah. Scott Radham. Whenever dude they put in charge of Army Painter paints is a real tool, he is bad at his job. Army Painter paint stinks. Now, see, I have no problems with Army Painter paint. A few of the colors I have found, yes, you have to lay a few layers down to make them work, but I mean, that's not a very big deal, you know. I'm not sure what would make a terrible paint other than maybe it falls off the surface. Like, you clean the surface, you lay it on paint, and it falls right off, right? That would be the sign of a very bad paint. But then again, I mean, there's many factors to consider. Was it shook enough, right? Was it properly mixed? Was it a bad batch? Was, you know what I mean? Like, there's all these different questions that get asked when you have issues with a particular paint. So, yeah. Kim, I like Pro Acro, both the transparent colors and the other acrylics. They do still not as strong as Chimera. Interesting. Create a swatch with white squares, black squares, and in a single pass, no dilution, run the color over both a transparency and an opacity. So it might be 8 squares. Do that for me. Just one pass. Just take your brush. Don't overload the brush. And then just take the other color. Right? Let me see. Dark Commission. Ultra Glow in the Dark Powder Fluorescent Paint Pigment Nail Art Polish Dip on eBay. Maybe mix into metallic paint? Oh, for getting fluorescent metallics? I don't know. Because something tells me it is more about that mica flake and getting the color embedded into the flake. Metallics is a different story when it comes to like these paints and stuff like that, right? But yeah. Kim, I got the Lit Glow in the dark pigments that mixed in with anything supposed. Might try it with metallics. Yeah, oftentimes metallics, okay, like one of the hardest metallics to create is a red metallic. Okay, it's got to be done at the manufacturing level. It is extremely difficult to mix colors to make a red metallic that looks really good, like a proper metallic red will. Now, yes, to get a proper metallic red finish, yes, you can lay the metallic down and then lay clear red on top, and you have a metallic red. Yes, you can do that. But a proper metallic red is actually difficult to manufacture, and it has to be manufactured. Us taking, say, Mephiston red and, what is the bright silver? Stormhost silver, I think it is. And adding those, and it desaturates the red. So it has to be done at the metallic, or it has to be done at the manufacturing phase to create that metallic red. Just mixing even clear color into the metallic, it doesn't get the same look. You know what I mean? It often is because it gets desaturated. It just becomes very desaturated. It becomes very gray. In my experience, anyway. Doing it with other colors seems to work okay. But red, for whatever reason, and probably yellow, it doesn't work very well. Yeah, you have to make... It has to be done at the manufacturing phase to make those colors work. Kim, I can do the swatch thing. Yeah, because I'd like to see a demonstration, because I'm in no rush to pick up Chimera paints. So yeah. Again, as far as I'm concerned, they're just paint. Oh, we're 8 minutes OT. Jeez Louise. I probably should wrap this up. Yeah, we got no other pressing questions, comments? No? No emails? No? Yeah, we're good. Good? Yeah? No? Yeah? Maybe? I should buy a boat. Anybody tell me what movie that's a reference to? If you're brand new to this hobby, you want some help with the color scheme, maybe you have a painting question about technique, color, what have you. Whatever your questions, maybe you just want to show off what you're working on. Maybe a commission painting service, you want to drum up some exposure. Whatever it is, I invite it all. I don't care. Send me an email, Kris@waythebrush.com. It's in the description below. Just click the link and it'll take you to the emailing. If you're going to send pictures, send them as attachments in the email. Don't send it off as links to other sites, because I just won't do it. Sorry, I had to mute myself there. Holy man, a sneeze built right up. Snuck right up on me. Holy carmolies. So send them emails. Don't send pictures as attachments. Send pictures as attachments. Don't send it off as linked to other sites. Visit us at waythebrush.com, central hub of all the cinemas. Has links to all the social medias as well as Discord. Also, I post my for sale stuff. I've got a few projects that are for sale. So if you scroll down, you'll see for sale. I'm going to probably put up the Void Dragon, the Necron Void Dragon. And once I get pretty pictures done of Yindastra, she'll probably go up for sale soon enough. So if anybody wants to acquire those for their collection or for their army or whatever, feel free. But yeah, waythebrush.com. Right there. Down there. Click link. Whatever it is. If you want to... Yeah. I completely forgot my ending spiel. You want to get yourself a t-shirt? Look like a connoisseur of all that is good and holy in this world. They're wearing a Way the Brush t-shirt. And if you purchase yourself a shirt, send a picture of yourself in your shirt and I will add it to the Monkey Shrine, which is also at waythebrush.com. And of course, you'll find a link for Patreon. Huge, huge thank you to all my patrons. Without your support, this channel would not be able to endure and continue to do what it is that I do. So huge, huge thank you to everybody who supports and everybody considering support. If you're not able to support monetarily, i.e. money, thumbing up the video, liking, following, subscribing, commenting, ringing the bell, blah, 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 smash the keyboard. Do the things. When you see video, do things. Do all the things. And that helps as well. And I'll take just a couple clicks of a button and you're helping me out a great deal. Big thank you to Carl, Guymere Alfer, Beer and Blood Bowl, YouTube channel. Check it out. We always take time to thank Carl, even though he is no longer with us, for creating the email jingles that play at the email segments of the show. So always much love to Carl. And of course, speaking of love, much love to my baby brother Evan for creating the intro, outro music that plays at the beginning and end of the show. So always much love to my baby brother Evan. And if you're into rare comics, EB Comics, in the description below. Check it out. If you're into comics. Old Man Logan. Thanks, Kris. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Yes, thank you. You too. Kim. They are not easy to get, Chimera paints, and they are only sold in full sets nowadays. Sure. I mean, like, I'm not in a mad rush to get them. They're paints. You know what I mean? Like, you've got, like, Chimera paints, you've got Duncan paints, you've got, there's another paint line. Oh, it's like War Colors, there's, you know, I'm in zero rush to get them. They're just paints. I'm sure they've worked just fine. Dark Commission. You are the sneezing guy at the movies. You know what, though? Most of the time, I can usually control it. Usually, if I can detect it coming up, I can usually just kind of pinch my nose and I can, you know, I can stop the sneeze before it occurs. But sometimes, yeah, they do sneak out. And I end up scaring the shit out of people. The shit. But yeah. So anyway. Thank you all for tuning in today. And, you know, I think we had fun. Again, keep those emails coming. Keep using the hashtag Way of the Brush. I'll see you guys later. And he'll see you later. I still want more. I saw that they have a Nurgle or a Squig. The Squig is cute. I don't think it really needs all that the Christmas decorations and shit all over it. I don't think it needs that. And I kind of wish the eyes were bigger on the Squig, like more googly eyed. Not actual Google eyes, although maybe more like Muppet eyes or something. But yeah, these little guys, I want more of these in different styles. Not so much like different colors, although even off green, darker green, you know, stuff like that. You know, different details, you know, smiley face, mouth open, mouth closed, you know, I don't know. Whatever they can do. These are just too much fun. I want like 500 of these. 500. I want 500. 500. These little buggers. There we go. I'll put them right here. There. He'll nestle in right there. I should have had him here the whole time. I should have had him nestled in right there, and that way. So Kris, you got something on your shoulder. Do I? Kim, it's the skills, not the paint that matters, and I say to people to not be stupid and get all the paints like I do. I got issues. Yeah, I wasn't going there, but yeah, it's again, it just falls into that whole thing. You know, people think that, you know, it's like this paint line is going to change their lives. And then it doesn't, and they're disappointed. Or they spend a whole bunch of money and end up wasting it, right? These miniature paints aren't cheap. Versus if you buy, like, artist grade type stuff and use that. Like I said, the Golden High Flow. They're fantastic paints. They cover on miniatures just fine. The only thing is they finish kind of glossy. But, I mean, they have tons of mediums. They have tons of mediums. Different, all sorts of auxiliary type products. And, you know, you just add a bit of matte medium to your mix and it finishes matte. Like, it's not rocket science. It's just painting. It's just painting. Fire Drake 18. Get that away from me. I come back and that Nurgle butt is staring at me. You and your frickin' Squig Nurgling. Am I Nurgling? He doesn't have much of a bum. He's also got a big piece of paper sticking out of his ass. I don't know where to put him on my shelf. I was thinking of having him sit with Grogu, but yeah, I don't know. Again, if I had a whole bunch of them, yeah, the back would be just littered with these little shits all over the place. They're just too damn cute. Yes, I know. I'm a big child. I know that. You're not telling me anything new here, people. Nothing new. I know. Big man child. I get it. I get it. I guess it's the end, right? Take care of your brushes. They'll take care of you. And I will see you guys next week. Yeah. We should. Unless, of course, I'm out partying or something. Or I do too much activities.